Wow was the most famous pyramid scheme artist in all of France, and he most recently died in prison. And I heard his funeral is going to be really big, because if you get an invite, you need to invite 5 friends, and then they invite 5 friends. Now, the leader of the far-right national movement in France is actually running for prime minister, and we're a little bit scared because she's raising the national and local polls. This is very scary. These are the only polls she's ever raised that don't have a Nazi flag on the edge. This woman, she's terrible. Yeah, you know, there's a big controversy right now because a member of parliament actually photobombed one of her speeches, right? And she's pretty old, so she didn't know what photobomb meant, but when she heard it, she immediately blamed it on a Muslim. I mean, this woman is really racist, you know. So last semester I took a history class. It's called Western Civ, and it's mostly about American and European history, or as high school would call it, world history. But I kind of knew most of what they were going to tell in the class. And so I didn't really take notes. In fact, I didn't even have a notebook. If ever I needed to write something, I would just kind of jot it down on my hand, you know? Problem is when you go to jerk off a couple hours later, you get like a bunch of ink on your dick, you know? You know what I'm saying, Mom? You know? And then you have like notes on your dick, you know? It's like kind of, there's only room for like 1 sentence, but still, I mean, it's just, no, we were talking about Paul Revere, and then I was jerking off a couple hours later, and I read this quote on my thing. He said, "The British are coming." It's like, I'm not British. But it goes from my hands to my dick. Every time I jerk off, history repeats itself, you know. So, but where I got in trouble during the midterm, I got in a lot of trouble. The teacher kept yelling at me. He was like, "Ethan, put your dick away. What are you doing?" I was like, "I thought this was open note test. I'm sorry." Yeah. Now, I'm a troublemaker, always have been, always will be, and I like trouble, and I just really like being in trouble. Anyway, have I told you about my girlfriend, Trouble?
Her name is Mari.
My current girlfriend is from El Salvador, and my ex is also from El Salvador, which is clearly out of type. My ex is from El Salvador, and her family immigrated, and she was actually a dreamer. She thought we were getting married. During the holidays, I got, anybody here on YouTube? Use YouTube? No, you use it? You can just pretend. Give me something to work with, dude. So you get these ads, right? These targeted ads, because they know that there's like an algorithm, right? And they know I'm a 19-year-old boy, so they gave me an ad for what's called Manscaped. And if you don't know what Manscaped is, it's like a ball trimmer. So, you know, kind of butter. It's like a ball trimmer, but it's like super safe. It's not supposed to nick you, right? And it kind of caught me off guard at the end of the advertisement. It goes 30% off, just in time for the holidays. Like, I don't think that's time sensitive, you know? Like, Christmas time, I'm picking up my grandma from the airport, like, oh, thank God I shaved my balls today. Just in time for the holidays, phew. The airport. You know what's funny, you know, because you know that you can buy magazines at the airport, right? There's always a magazine stand, and most people don't know this, but there's actually, a lot of times, there's like a Playboy in the magazine stand. Isn't that weird? Like, I don't know what you're gonna do when somebody sits down next to you with a Playboy magazine at the plane, but I'm taking that guy's blanket. Like, no funny business. That's why I never liked the joke, I just flew in from Texas, and boy are my arms tired. It's not very funny, is it? No, have you guys heard about the Vato Loco challenge? You guys heard of that? Well, what it is Vato Loco is the most spicy drink on the planet. And what you do is, on the way down, you film your reaction. But don't you think it'd be a better reaction on the way out? The next morning? think that'd be a better reaction. No, it's funny though, because usually when you drink something, you know, on a night, and then you wake up the next morning and your asshole hurts, a frat guy handed it to you.
Aren't you a frat? You are a frat guy.
I'm a frat guy, but still funny. No, no, but a buddy of mine actually has sex addiction, and he was telling me about that. And he was very nervous. He went to the doctor, and you know, he told me that the doctor said, "Look, you know, you got to take it easy, and just you know, you need to go cold turkey." I said, "Wouldn't that give you salmonella?" It's kind of gross, I don't know. But he's been going to Sex Addicts Anonymous, which I think is good. But I think it's a pretty bad place to pick up girls. I think, you know. I think Sex Addicts Anonymous is best left to like a Zoom call, but with everybody's camera off. Yeah. But it's good that they can have like support for that, right? Because you know, there's a lot of people that can't find support groups like that. You know what I mean? Like, there's no Schizophrenics Anonymous, right? Like everybody in a room, like sitting around talking, but there's only one person there. It's, you know. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll leave you with this. I'm really glad to be out of high school. Oh, it's already funny, all right. That's my time. Okay. No, but I'm really glad to be out of high school because the counselors would always try and get you to think about what you want to be when you grow up, right? And they would never accept comedian as an answer, you know what I mean? So I'd always kind of fuck with them. Young man, what do you want to be when you grow up? Well, you know how they have horses down at the racetrack? Yeah? You know how they have to, you know how those are not regular horses, they have to breed those horses for racing? Yeah? You know how they take semen samples of those horses and train to other teams? Yeah? Yeah, I want to be the guy that jerks off the horse. And let me tell you, the horse's dick can fit so many history notes on it.